Okay, let me keep this one. Let me try and keep this one short and simple. As you can see right here, Chidi has made a post where he says, help Chidi restore his sight and build hope for others. Okay. And it does say in the description here that today I'm reaching out with a heartfelt request for your support. My brother Chidi has lived with vision loss for years, and we finally have a chance to get advanced eye treatment that can change his life forever. Now, here comes the very key part. With your help, Chidi could regain some of his sight and will also be able to continue building the Chidi Light Empowerment Foundation to support other visually impaired individuals with essential resources and community programs. Okay, let's just quickly go back to this little line here. All right, Chidi could regain some of his sight. Okay, so let me just remind you real quick. Chidi said on the show, and please do correct me if I'm wrong, because obviously I have to hold accountable if I am incorrect, if my memory serves me wrong. But I remember Chidi saying that he had glaucoma and his vision could not be reversed. Can glaucoma be reversed? No, glaucoma damage cannot be reversed. Okay, but early treatment can prevent or slow vision loss. The goal of glaucoma treatment is to reduce pressure in the eyes. Well, here's the thing. Because he is now blind, that means it cannot be reversed. All right, something that he told us, and something that obviously I'm bringing you evidence here to confirm that being true. So with that being said, can somebody please tell me, how can Chidi regain some of his sight? So, whilst you're potentially making a comment down below on how to let me know how that's possible, let's go to his GoFundMe. So as you can see here, help Chidi restore his sight and empower others like him. Now, interestingly, it says here empower others like him. In the other post, he spoke about how it could also help his actual Chidi Light Empowerment company. All right. So as we can see here, Chidi has requested, or he would like the target of 50K, 50,000 USD, US dollars. I ain't gonna lie to you. When I saw US dollars, I was like, wait, but I thought he's in Nigeria though. So shouldn't he be in Naira? You know what I mean? That's what I thought. And then I thought, oh, maybe it's coming as USD because I'm in, but then I was like, hey, wait a minute, I'm in the UK. So it kind of as pounds if it was a currency kind of a change, if it changed per, let's say you set up one where you are in your currency, but because I'm viewing it from a different location, different country, maybe it would then, translate it to what it would be in mine. But obviously that's not the case. This is in 50K USD. Also, on top of that, this GoFundMe was set up, okay, somehow by a sister in Los Angeles. How is that possible? Listen, I've never used GoFundMe. I never will use GoFundMe, but I'm curious how the IP address is coming up as Los Angeles. That's another thing that really confused me. Why is it not coming up in Naira? Also, this GoFundMe was set up on the 1st of November, which tells me that they had set it up early, got it ready, and then once the last episode that Renee and Chitty appeared on, that's when they were then going to promote it to everybody else. All right, cool, fair enough. And I'd imagine it's probably due to maybe their contract. Maybe they wasn't allowed to promote it or to advertise it whilst they were still actively on the show. But because they are now not on the show anymore, this is why they're in this position. All right, no worries. But it still doesn't change the simple question of this. How can people donate money, all right, when you told us yourself that it cannot be reversed? And then, of course, based on how he became blind or what caused his blindness, the research also confirms it cannot be reversed. So what is the money actually going to be for? Now, here's the thing. His sister does make a very long, descriptive, detailed, paragraphs of information regarding, obviously, his journey, regarding, of course, obviously, what they're going to use the money for, how it's going to help them. And as you can see here, it does say, all right, traveling to the US for specialized care and covering the associated costs is beyond what we can manage alone. This is where we reach out to you, our community. We are their community. We are their friends and we are also their family. Okay, damn. I must be Nigerian somewhere else then. No, I'm just playing. But as you can see here, it does say that why we need your support. The funds raised through your kindness will go directly towards travel expense from Nigeria to the US, including airfare and transportation, visa application fees and medical exams required for entry, lodging and meals during Chitty's stay in the US, as we expect to be there for several days for consultations and tests, specialized consultations and treatment costs UCLA's world-class vision care facilities. Additionally, part of your donation will go toward the Chitty Light Empowerment Foundation for the Blind, which was founded to support other visually impaired individuals like Chitty. Chitty knows firsthand the challenge of navigating his life with vision loss, and we want to use his experiences, knowledge, and your support to build a community program that will provide vision-impaired individuals with essential equipment, assistive technology, solar powered clean water sources, and a functioning clinic with nurses and necessary medications. Now, listen, to be honest with you, right, it does sound like a great thing. So I'm not knocking how it sounds, but I remember when the season started, I had my suspicions, as few people had. Few people were very aware that I had my suspicions, but never did I say that I felt like. But never did I say what I thought my suspicions would be. But privately, to the people that reached out to me and asked me, people who are watchers of the show, listen, I just said I would not be surprised that when it comes to them no longer being in the show, if Chidi out of nowhere drops a GoFundMe. That's what I said. And look at what we got right here. Obviously, on his social media platforms, he did also drop other videos, in the meantime, obviously talking about how he was thanking the fans. It's quite interesting, though, when you drop these little videos about thanking the fans, the viewers and whatnot, because they reminded me of somebody else who was dropping the same type of videos about supporting, about thank you to all the supporters, and they made a GoFundMe. But yeah, we won't talk about that one. You know what I mean? People don't want to hear about that one. Yeah, that person holds a very special place in people's hearts. But the format, the layout was exactly the same. And again, when he then dropped this video and this video too, I was asked, I said, listen, I'm not saying anything right now. Let's see what happens. And then boom, the GoFundMe happens. Now listen, never ever have I ever said that people should. I've never said that people should never donate. Okay, I've never said that. I've always said that I would never donate, and I have always said that at the end of the day, remember this: the people you are donating to, if you was in their alleged shoes, would they donate to you? No. Also, why would they not donate to you? Well, it could be various reasons, but one of the reasons I'm going to give is because they wouldn't know who the hell you are. You know why? Because you haven't been on TV. So people are going on TV for the purposes of setting up a GoFundMe. In fact, when it comes to 90 Day Fiancé in particular, it seems to me that seems to be the thing. Hey, let's go on 90 Day Fiancé and then set up a GoFundMe after. That seems to be the theme. Okay? I mean, it's interesting because Renee thought this whole time that Chitty was using her for a visa. Little did she know that really and truly, he just came on the show for, well, the GoFundMe. And let me remind you of something, ladies and gentlemen. Let me remind you of something else before I wrap up this video. So, throughout the season, Chitty did what he could, along with his sister, did what they could to make sure that they looked good on camera and to make sure they looked like as if they were the innocent ones in the situation. And to be fair, for the most part, they were, because of course, the way Renee was behaving was mad. But I can tell you this now. Usually when you go to an African household, especially if you are in an African country, this one being Nigeria in particular, I promise you now, you cannot go to our home and run your mouth the way Renee did and just get away with it with no one telling you to shut the F up, without no one putting you in your place. If we are behaving, we're behaving for a purpose. That's all I want to say around that, okay? But also, remember when Chidi and his sister dropped the information about how Chidi himself in particular, had not spoke to Renee for several years until she reappeared. For what purposes? To go on the show. And also something else, when it comes to their post, it is interesting that sometimes these two, Chidi and his sister, would make a post and then they'll delete the post. The post is not there anymore. I mean, the video that I made is still available, but there's a post that they made, okay? And in the post of in particular that they had made once upon a time in particular, they said, okay, that Chidi and Renee had spoken for the first year or two at the very beginning of the 5-year journey. Then they didn't speak for 2 years, I believe, maybe 3. And then Renee reappeared asking them to be on the show. Now, here's the thing. We all sat there, or I sat there and wondered, why did you go on the show with Renee if you're telling us that you basically was not feeling the same way about her when she reappeared? That when she reappeared, initially you rejected her, but she kept begging you to be with her and to come on the show with you. Okay, so therefore, why did you come on the show with her? If you ask me personally, it seems to me the reason why they decided to agree to come on the show in the end was because they saw the benefit of going on the show, and that benefit was a GoFundMe. It was a financial benefit. But let me not just stop there just to get some more, information out there. Throughout the season, there's been times the sister has contradicted herself along with Chidi as well. Point being is that there was a time really early in the season when Renee was doing the most, as she always freaking does, because the woman is so freaking unhinged, that, the sister came out to say that, hey guys, Renee knew before she came to Nigeria that Chidi was never going to be sleeping with her. When on the show, Chidi blatantly tells us that he is going to tell Renee once she gets to Nigeria that he's not going to be sleeping with her. So therefore, there was a contradiction. So the sister ended up deleting that post. I don't know if she deleted it because I called it out, but she deleted it. About 2 weeks ago, in the post that I was looking for them to have, they don't have any more. Shock. This is where they speak about the fact that they didn't actually want to be, that the brother had moved on, and Chidi and Renee had basically begged him to come back and really begged him to be on the show and all that kind of stuff. And again, it didn't really make sense why they would then agree to go on the show, knowing that they had already feared about her temper, the temper that the sister had been warned about by Chidi. Oh, but guess what though? They still came back on the show, and now we know why they came back on the show. They came back on the show because they wanted to obviously get a GoFundMe. Now listen, all I am saying is this. Do you believe that it is okay for people to go on the show just for the sole purposes that they are going to then set up a GoFundMe straight after? And to be fair, this is... No. Lauren's one was quicker. No. Lauren already made this one before the show even existed, the one we're talking about. But their one was quick. They didn't even waste no time, to be honest with you. They were like, yep, the day that we are not on the TV show anymore, we're going to drop it right then in there. But I will say this, though, and this is something, this is just a piece of advice, just in case they're watching this. I have been told in the past by some cast members that you are not allowed to use the 90 Day Fiancé name when you are promoting yourself in other businesses outside of the show that the show has nothing to do with. So I'd be very careful with obviously mentioning that people may recognize you guys from 90 Day Fiancé reality TV shows. Usually when you've been on a reality TV show and you're doing something that is completely away from the reality TV show, usually you would say, I am a reality TV star. You know what I mean? Or from a reality TV show. You wouldn't say that, but that's just a little side information that I just wanted to put out there. Either way, though, let me know your thoughts. And yeah, it is what it is. Peace.